Okay, so I'm here at Stars, and I was getting ready to
I don't think
just
there's anyone on.
do what I always do. It doesn't matter. So one thing I learned about going live is people will catch it later. I'm not doing this for, are people
Wait, scoot
watching
over?
me? I'm just documenting it. But I was about to just do what I always do, is talk, and just tell them something that I realized yesterday, and then I was like, oh, I wanted to do a live today. This would be a good topic that could probably benefit a lot of people. You're being distracting.
Okay.
So my title today is why you're not getting what you want and why your affirmations are not working. And what I realized the other day, 2 days ago, because right now, if you've been following my content, you know that I'm on day 100 and I don't even know what of my fast. And my brain has been doing fireworks. Like, if you are looking to hear God in your life, or if you're looking to move your life and break through any problem you have, whether it's money, time, relationships, whatever, I recommend doing a fast. And my church does a Daniel's fast at the beginning of every year. So if you want to do one with me in January, hit me up. But my point of all this is the breakthroughs that I've been having. I've never, ever been so clear and so steady in my life, ever. Like, ever. And every moment of the day, it's getting overwhelming almost, where I'm like, God, slow down. I can't handle it. And I don't get overwhelmed very easy, but I literally feel like I'm like this because everything that's happening to me, I'm so aware of it. It's like, I even yesterday felt like this might be what it feels like to be on a drug, like a mushroom type drug, where they say it like expands your like awareness. That's how I feel like I'm on like the high of God's like presence, because like my awareness is through the roof. Everything that's happening to me is a download. So the download that I got 2 days ago was, I teach affirmations. I'm actually designing my affirmation cards that are going to drop in the new year. We're designing the very first set for our retreat. And as I'm writing them, I'm like, the reason why they're not working in my business is because I'm not doing them properly. And the reason why I'm not doing affirmations, like I have standard affirmations that I believe everyone should do every day. Like, I am enough, I am worthy, I am able, I am committed. Like, we all should be those things. But then I teach my clients, like, whenever we're going through problems, like when we're working through problems, I'll create custom affirmations for whatever they're going through. Or when I go through like a sales cycle, I'll create custom affirmations for that moment. So what I was just thinking right now was, the download that I got a couple days ago was that I notice how often when I don't get uncomfortable, like in my business up until now, I was comfortable. Like, everything I was doing, I was easy, good at, like I could do it like that. And I realized that's where my block was. I needed to get uncomfortable. And so as I'm stretching myself and getting uncomfortable, what I've realized in the last couple of days is there's a lot of things that I'm not, and here's like the thing that you came here for. There's a lot of things that I'm not willing to say out loud because I'm afraid to be held accountable to it. And because before I say it out loud, I already psych myself out, like, yeah, right, how are you going to do that? You can't do that. You're not worthy of doing that. You're not worth, like, you can't, like, you're not able, capable. You don't know how you're going to do that. And so I keep myself small, and I only affirm the things that I can see and believe. But the power of faith and affirmations is affirming things that you can't see and you can't believe, and trusting that the doors and the steps are going to open up for the things that you don't know how. We never know how. The how never shows up until you take the step. I always teach this. Like, people are always like, let me get my money right, let me first do XYZ and then I'm going to do that. Like, life is now. So if you're talking to yourself about when I, then I'll, you're already doing everything wrong. So that's one reason why your life is probably not working, because you have in this moment everything you need to be enough for the next thing that you're being called to do. The problem is you're scared of the next thing, because in order to get to the next thing, it's going to require some scary things. Failure. It's going to require being afraid. You're going to not know how. There's nothing in your logic and awareness right now that's going to show you how to get to that scary thing on the other side. So this is why people This is why when you're not getting what you want, you're not getting it because you stop yourself at the point of affirmation. But it's biblical that the tongue is a powerful thing. The tongue, you're not even listening because I was actually supposed to be telling you this. And now I'm telling them, and this was actually for my daughter. So listen, because I'm going to use you as an example. So the reason why I wanted to share this was because of what I'm going to share with you next. So it's biblical that you have to speak things into existence. This is why prayer works. This is why what you say, anything that comes after I'm always late, I am so this, I am so that, you're just continuing to stamp that on your life. So stop saying I am in anything that you don't want to be and start affirming. And this is why your affirmations are like fake it till you make it, because you're speaking into the future. You're calling that forward. And so last night when I was in the shower and I was thinking about this, I realized how many times I don't tell people my dreams out loud. And guess what? This has been my downfall to some people, an open book. Like, I will tell you my $1 million plan because I know that nobody can take my ordained. I can give you all my ideas because they're dope as hell, and if you go try to copy them, they will not work the way they're going to work for me because they're my God vision ideas. You could take them and go make them your own and they'll do great for you, but like no one can do what I'm meant to do. So I've never had a fear of talking about what I'm about to do because someone might steal it. So the reason why I'm sharing that is because when there's times that I don't share something, I know that's something I need to go do because it's not my authentic nature to not talk about something. So anytime something becomes scary for me to talk about, it's like, holy shit, because I'm not scared to talk about anything. And so I was in the shower and I almost said something to my husband and I didn't say it out loud. And I realized it's been happening a lot this week to the point where God brought me aware of it. And what happened was, I'm about to use you too if you don't watch it. So what happened in that moment was I realized because I'm fasting and I'm asking God, here's my fast. I'm going to give you guys an example of my fast. So I just went and got pizza this afternoon for the kids at our homeschool, and I can't eat the pizza, and pizza is my favorite food. So I'm in the car. Thank you, Jesus, for my breakthroughs. Jesus, I'm about to break through this year. Mark my words. I'm going to make $1 million in the next 3 years. Thank you, Jesus, for my breakthroughs, because I'm going to eat this broccoli. I'm going to eat this nasty food over pizza, and I can smell the pizza. Jesus, you better come through right now. Download the ideas that I need to make my $1 million. Thank you, Jesus, for my breakthroughs. Thank you. I appreciate you. I'm praising you now for this is what a fast looks like. Because in the breakdown of not eating the pizza, the old me would have been like, I can't control myself. I have to eat the pizza. But the leader in me knows that, is that one slice of pizza or 4 or 5 that I would indulge in and actually eat? Are those 5 slices of pizza worth my $1 million vision for my life? No. So when you start to get strong in your affirmations and you start to trust the vision that's on you, then your life will start to happen. But it always requires a sacrifice. So the other reason why your life isn't moving forward is because people aren't willing to sacrifice things. They're not willing to get uncomfortable and give stuff up. And so I realized it last night that from now on, I'm committed to saying out loud the scary goals that I have, because that's the only way they're going to come true, is if I put my ass on the line and I say it to people. Because why don't we say it? Because we know that if we don't reach it and we might fail, which you're going to fail, that's inevitable. We don't say it out loud because we automatically think, well, what if I tell them that I'm going to be a millionaire in 3 years and I don't become a millionaire in 3 years? Guess what? If I don't become a millionaire in 3 years, it'll probably be because it's going to happen in the next 6 months. But if it doesn't happen in the next 6 months, it might happen in the next 6 years. It doesn't matter. I'm going to be a millionaire as long as I say it out loud. But most people won't say it out loud because they might fail. You're going to fail. So just be okay with failing and say your dreams, your goals, and your aspirations out loud until they come true, and believe that they're going to come true, and claim them and bless them and pray over them. So that was what I wanted to share. But the example that I was giving, what were we talking about? Why I even brought this up?
Because the YouTube stuff, and it wasn't being specific. And I was asking you.
You're recording me?
I was asking you. Why? What's the specific?
Okay, so we were on Instagram. So we were talking about, because Gary Vee came and spoke to our students today, and Giselle asked him the question. I have 4 sisters. We're starting a YouTube channel, and we want to what do you advise that we do, and what should we create? But that's not what made me get on this tangent of like speaking into existence. But well, maybe it was just that. So the last thing I'll say is be specific. So the last thing I'm going to tell you is, if you say I want to be a millionaire one day, then one day could be the day that you die, like 100 years from now. So I want to be a millionaire in X amount of time, and then be committed to, if it doesn't happen, to keep going. And so what Giselle was saying was she wants to start a YouTube channel and talk about stuff. And so if you don't get clear and get specific with what stuff you want to talk about on your channel, then it's not going to happen. So anyways, that was hopefully this helps you on just being bold and being willing to fail and being committed to speaking your life out loud and not being afraid of the fact that you might fail, because you actually are going to fail. And so, today I was talking to one of our students about how, any failure you have, this is what changed my life. I used to look at my failures as like shame and regret, and I would just like ponder on them, and it would like tear me up inside. I wish I would have, I wish I didn't do this, I wish I didn't say that. And now what I learned was, I always ask myself, why did this failure happen? How did I create this moment in my life? Every failure, what did I do today that I was like biting my tongue about? Oh, I said something in the meeting that I was like, fuck, I shouldn't have said that out loud. And then I was like beating myself up, but then as soon as I practice what I preach, I'm like, I said that out loud in that room, because now the next time I present, I'm not going to say that, because I'm aware of, ooh, don't say that again. And so you have to fail in situations to prepare you for the moments that God wanted to matter the most. And that's the problem, is we won't make any movement in our life, and we don't take steps forward because we're afraid, and then we don't go anywhere, and then we just stay stuck. And I'll end on the note that it's actually scientifically possible to be addicted to your turmoil. So we actually are more comfortable in our shitty situations than we are, it's just as uncomfortable to be in your bad situation as it is to be uncomfortable being fearful of moving your life forward. So choose the hard and uncomfortable of moving your life forward. Don't choose the uncomfortable and hard of being comfortable in your stuff. So when I learned that a few years back by reading this book, I was like, oh wow, I'm addicted to my struggle. So stop being addicted to your struggle and be addicted to struggling to break through, and being addicted to the failure of failing forward. So that's what I have for you guys today. Do you have anything to say, Giselle? No. Always have something to say. God bless you. God bless. Okay, bye.
Why is there no not in? Oh, yes. Sorry.
Mom, I want to try this. Do you think you can do this?
What if you don't think that anywhere else anymore?